Good morning. We've been talking about a lot of different ways to plan and to figure out how you can be more efficient with your time. What I'd like to do is talk about one specific area that I have not covered. I've keep talking about place emphasis on what's most important, but what is the most important thing? Well, today's method is on how to create a system where you can see the most important things in your life and in your work and business, and then focus on those things. It's called the A1 steak sauce method. It was introduced to me a long time ago. Excuse me. A fantastic idea. Really, really, really useful skill. Now, in order to explain this, I'm going to get into something else really quickly, and that is kind of my understanding of how do you determine whether something is more important or is not important. Now, often people think urgent is important. Urgent equals important. So for example, somebody sends you an email and in the email heading it says, important, please respond quickly. That doesn't mean it's important. It might be urgent for somebody else. It might be important for somebody else. It doesn't necessarily mean it's important for you. And there's a very important distinction there. Something that is urgent needs to be taken care of in a certain amount of time, but that doesn't mean it's important. There are lots of things. People are always clamoring for our attention. There are so many people that believe, this has happened to me so many times, where a client says, I need you right now. And I'm in the middle of a meeting. I don't even see the email or the text until maybe a couple hours later. I get out of the meeting or a speaking engagement or whatever it is. I go to the person and say, okay, so what's going on? And they say, I figured it out. And that's typically how it works. People figure things out. They think it's an emergency when it's not really an emergency. And we don't have to take on other people's emergencies. So if something is urgent for you, that's fine. So for example, well, you know what, I'm gonna break down how these work, okay? So here's what I'd say. There are three types of tasks, and we're going to call those A tasks, B tasks, C tasks, okay? A tasks are things that are both important and urgent. Things that are important and urgent. So, for example, you've got a sales meeting or a business meeting, you come out of that, and you need to give a proposal to that person within 24 hours. That's important and urgent. It's time limited. It needs to be done in a certain time frame, but it's also important in the sense that it grows your business. So that's important and urgent. Then there are things so that's A. Then there's things that are B category type ideas, and B category type ideas are things that are important but not urgent. If you don't get them done, you're not going to notice a big change in your business tomorrow or in 2 days from now. But the long-term consequences are invaluable. The long-term consequences are massive. So for example, research and development, no matter what company, no matter what business you're doing, research and development, thinking of new ways to help your clients, working on new marketing and sales systems to provide value to people. Those are things that are extremely important. You won't notice a change today or this hour, so it's not really time limited, but if you don't do them on a consistent basis, they'll have huge impacts on your business. And then there are C-type tasks. C-type tasks are urgent, but not important. So emails, texts, things that require your attention, and people typically want to reply right away, but really, they don't make you money. Again, we talked about the 80-20 rule and how 20% of what you do gives you 80% of your income. Well, focus on the 20%, and that 20% is usually the important and urgent, A tasks, and B, the important tasks that are not urgent. Usually the C-type tasks, hire somebody else to do them. It's typically what you need to do with those. Hire somebody that's going to make way less money than you on an hourly basis, and doesn't require a crazy skill set to reply to emails and respond to calls and to get the small nitty-gritty things done, okay? The social media posts, whatever it is, get somebody else to do that stuff, okay? That's typically how I'm grading it. So A, B, C. Now, typically I use another form. You've probably heard me speak about this before with kind of the four quadrants. That's okay. For today, just think about A tasks, B tasks, C tasks. Now, within that, now let's say you've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 A tasks this week. How do you determine which ones to do first or later? Well, this is where A1 steak sauce comes in, okay? So you've got the A tasks, and out of those A tasks, you look at them and decide, out of these things, which is the most urgent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? In B tasks, you change it up. You say, B task, what is most important? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as there are. And then C tasks, again, what is more urgent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you're a solopreneur and you're doing everything on your own, that's okay. What I'd suggest is with that morning block, we talked about blocking off time in the mornings. In those morning blocks of time, what you need to do is focus on the A and B tasks. And then every once in a while, late morning or late afternoon, focus on those C tasks. Those C tasks will get done. You don't even need to worry about them. Is it not true that we'll always get the urgent stuff done? We'll get it done. We'll find time to get it done. If we need to, I needed to respond to that email, you'll get it done. But the A tasks and B tasks, especially the B tasks, are so important that we need to focus on those in the best time of the day. Now, you might be asking questions. Mark, you've been referring to other videos here. These are all Mornings with Mark videos, so you can find them on Instagram, you can find them in social media, but you can also find them on my website. I'm going to be posting these all together in kind of a mini course format so that you can find all of those. It'll have a little summary, maybe a PDF or something I'll put together where it'll have a summary of everything. So go to my website, markfrench.com, and I'm going to provide all of this stuff for you for free because I know that it helps people. If this is helpful, let me know what else is helpful for you. I'd love to give more videos for everyone, all right? Stay tuned. Well, we'll do this again tomorrow. Remember, you've got this.